Greetings, and welcome to another episode of 1320 Time Stream. Well, as you can see, we're halfway through our wave spell. Still in the corridor of command, taking command. And so we're commanding our attunement today with the resonant tone of attunement in the neck and spine. So we're in the direct center of our body as well, in the neck and spine. We'll take a look here at our resonant warrior energy. Okay, let's do our quick breath, which is going to be located in our neck and spine, the whole spinal column here, and the next to the big toe on the left foot. Next to big toe, left foot, neck and spine, out breath, begin. Yeah. Channeling energy through that warrior alignment and vibration. Our resonant warrior with our breath. So, you can even keep breathing while I'm speaking. Just kind of have fun with that breath. The resonant tone, I love it. Honestly, it's one of my favorite tones because it's just so direct. It's so centered. To me, it is like allowing like a lightning bolt to just kind of like hit you, and energy just channels through the center column. I find it's connected to, in breath or Kundalini practice as that rainbow energy or the ladder of light, so to speak, starts to channel from the Kundalini base in the root chakra up through all the respective chakras to the crown and say out to the galaxy or whatever, and down to the root into the earth. So in that respect, I find it's a very active center. Because it's, it also represents emptiness and openness. It represents space, because you must be empty in order to channel. You must have an empty pipe in order for water to flow through it. And it also represents action because of the energy moving through it. And, it also represents like the two and the one. It's above and below, like yin and yang. Bottom and top, crown and root, and both at the same time. So I find it's a very dynamic sign, but too a dynamic tone. These are called tones. The other ones are called signs. It's a very dynamic tone because it represents the unification of a lot of the different energies that we will experience on the left side and the right side, respectively. And so it's really that energy that brings everything together. It's like the pin in a spoke. It's the center hub in a wheel, right? It's like that umbrella that covers the table. And in the very same way, that energy comes out and just kind of like gushes out the top, and it's kind of like a very Shiva-esque picture of like that energy. It's almost like if anyone's ever seen some of those Shiva statues or pictures where it's like that kind of water fountain or waterfall spraying kind of out of his head. That's like the cosmic Amrita coming from all the chakras awakening, and then the fountaining or umbrellaing back down. In some way, it represents the top of the toroid field, as right before the toroid field, kind of goes back down into its like back down and up kind of toroidal complex flow. The core of an apple, the core of fruits, that's really what's going on today. Core of seeds, if it has a core. So channel, inspire, and attunement. And so, channeling, right? We're creating that empty vessel. We're bringing the energy through, however we do that, and creating a channel, channeling it. Very much like digging a trench, which becomes off of like a main stream. Like if you have a ditch and you dig a trench, then that becomes a channel. So it's another way or another free and unhindered, unblocked space for something to flow, for energy to move, substance to move. Channel, inspire. That channel itself is also inspiration because it's like, a new thing. And so it's like new growth, new movement of energy, new direction, right? And all those things are kind of inspiration energy. So the very idea of channel can be, like the channel, energy of inspiration coming into one's body. It's like, oh wow, that channel brings it in. So the inspiration energy is definitely part of that. And, it also brings rise to that attunement because as you channel and you allow these energies to enter your body, or if you become inspired for something, then those are only initiatory paradigms. You still have to attune yourself to them like a radio channel. I got to tune in to 1320, FM. And here we are, 1320 time stream FM. And yeah, so I find it's it's really good like that. The warrior, picks up that sword, and, I've seen these energies today too in respect to, someone asking me questions how to do something. Hey, how do you do this complex thing? And so, for me personally, I don't want to get too much into personal things because whatnot, but, we were working on some DJ stuff, and I've done all my own mapping for my controllers. Which is to say I kind of, within the program I'm using, there's a really kind of a little bit more technical way to map the functions of the digital program to the physical controller. And there's a bit of a language to be able to do that. And I've been doing this for quite a while. So these energies really showed up where I was being asked questions and I was producing an intelligence. So this warrior energy came through in my life in that way, very plainly, right? And I find the resonant tone was about attuning, right? And some of we're tuning these buttons and tuning these dials because we're making the map, and then we're making, okay, that mapping is now attuned to this thing, as well as the channeling or the flow, because we're DJing and we're live streaming and we're doing this kind of energy podcast, this kind of stuff. And so there's also in this little situation, both of those energies that I see are really present. And so, in those everyday activities, from the straight up mythological and esoteric down to the completely logical and fundamentally normal, these energies are basic functions which show up and help us attune ourselves more and more to the inherent nature of our situation. So that warrior energy, bringing a different type of intelligence, being able to probe deeper, maybe using your sword, right, to cut away what doesn't need, the fearlessness or the heartfulness to be able to have the courage to look deeper. Maybe this is a time when we're looking into ourselves around many things, looking into a darkness, right, having the courage to go somewhere that may be unresolved or dangerous within us. And also the channeling energy, the resonant tone energy, just allowing that to flow, just allowing that resonance to, I'm in harmony with it, I'm resonating with it. Yeah, today's energy feels very simple. Back outside today, and you hear that stream as well, just flowing down its natural channel. Okay, let's get on here to the affirmation section. That sums up the center section. Today we're commanding our attunement. Commanding our attunement. Channel, inspire, and attune to. So that's what we're attuned to, that which we are attuned to. Today we're commanding, not just being attuned, but that which is connected to the attunement. Right? We took command. We were commanding our equality, right? And then we're commanding attunement. Right? So, let's attune ourselves today. Move our energy in that way. Stay tuned.